Monday that will play out at schools across western New York, and that's when state assessment tests are set to begin, and parents are standing up to say no. SUNY Side reporter Steve Brown takes a look at the opt-out movement and how schools are bracing for it.
We're dismantling the machine.
In this case, the testing machine. Shirley Verrico wants high-stakes school testing to stop. Her daughter, now in 7th grade, will be among an unknown number of students who will opt out of state assessment exams next week. The tests serve multiple functions, including student academic progress and teacher effectiveness. Verrico says the build-up to 3 consecutive days of testing is not a good investment of school time or resources.
So we have kids in grades 3 through 8 who are doing practice tests for up to, and working on test prep for up to 20% of the school year. For a test that can't really tell anybody what the child does or doesn't know.
And the anti-testing movement is real. Last October, a reported 2,500 people turned out in Buffalo for a public discussion on education which centered on standardized testing. Groups have sprung up around the country, like Change the Stakes, which produced this anti-testing video featuring parents.
He'll be like, I can't do it, and I keep trying to teach him, there's no such word as you can't. The fear that testing creates has cut his potential.
But for schools, there is no latitude.
The state doesn't have an opt-out, guideline, so they say that the students must take the exam.
At West Seneca schools, administrators who describe the assessment exams as flawed are nonetheless ready to administer the test with backup plans for students or parents who refuse.
I believe assessment drives instruction, so that the testing makes sense, but, and we've always had it.
In North Tonawanda, the superintendent there, anticipating students may opt out, sent a letter to parents in part warning them, noting 5 state assessments are required for graduation. Refusal to take any of these assessments will result in your child not receiving a high school diploma.
So how many opt-outs will there be on Monday? As far as numbers, we are told by some groups that kind of cluster together on social media that 1,600 parents have signed on to have their children opt out of these exams, which again start on Monday. And we are told there are large concentrations of these opt-out parents in southern Erie County and in the suburbs of Hamburg and West Seneca. Scott?
Steve, quick question. These tests are also part of teacher evaluations, I believe, aren't they?
They most certainly are, and that prompts teacher suspicion and concerns about job security there. Not a surprise. But this opt-out movement is separate from that. These parents don't trust the test and think it stacks too much on one test.
Steve Brown reported tonight. Steve, thank you. Well, Buffalo